else, okay. Hello. Let me get this live feed going here on Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Happy, what is it, Tuesday night? Happy Tuesday night. Happy Tuesday night. Hi, Ty. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Hi, Deborah. Thanks for joining. And I'm a few minutes behind. We had a program this evening for my children, so had to get home and get settled from the holiday program. So hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. You've had a great Tuesday so far. We're 2 days into this week and got a few more days to go. Almost there, y'all. We're on day 6. I'm excited about day 6. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I am Dr. Shana. I'm here to help you shift from where you are to where you are destined to be. I inspire change, but I teach transformation. And I am here with your next 12 days of Christmas, Dr. Shana style. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, sis. Thanks for joining. And so for those of you who may not know me, I am also a motivational speaker, a transformation leader, an author, a licensed professional counselor, an advocate, and a trainer. And it all adds up to me just being a servant. I'm here to help you create the life that you can feel amazingly excited about. In these 12 days of Christmas, I will be giving 12 transformations that you must have to survive the holidays and move into the new year on fire. Y'all ready for that? So we've had some amazing transformations. The first 5 days of Christmas have been really, 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 really great. So if you haven't been with us the whole time, we have talked about a whole lot of different things, to forgive or not to forgive. We've talked about staying inside the lines, creating good boundaries. We've talked about counting your blessings, different things. And tonight we're talking about check your lens. Check your lens. Now, check your lens. Hi, Gennard. You have to tell me if I'm saying your name correct. Gennard, or I'm going to just say Mr. Jones. Let me know if Gennard is correctly and say yes if it is. I want to make sure I get it right. But if you saw the topic tonight is check your lens. Check your lens. You know, sometimes, we think about a lens. A lens is what we look through to see something better, right? And we also look through and lenses can help those of us who are visually challenged, such as myself, that help us to focus and see things better. Because if you take my contacts away from me, yeah, Dr. Shana is blind. Just that's my kryptonite. If anybody wants to know how to get at me, take my contacts and take my glasses, and I'm in a world of trouble. So we're going to talk about how to check your lens and make sure you are focused on the right thing. So sometimes we may find ourselves focused on a whole bunch of nothing, things that don't really matter. And when you think about this season, now we're all taught that this season is about giving, it's about love and things like that. And that's true. I think the thing that we forget about is that actually is the reason for all seasons. It doesn't just have to be the time that we're in. And I want to ask you a question. How much time do you spend on things being highly focused on something that is an absolute waste of your time? How much time do you actually do that, where you spend time that is an absolute waste of your time? And I say waste of your time because it does not move you forward. It does not add to you. And it only just keeps you in a space of just misery most of the time. Now, what does that look like, family? So you could be dealing with somebody who deals with a bunch of foolishness. You may find yourself in an argument about something that's about a bunch of nothing. And you get in this trap, get sucked into this stuff, and we focus on it. So it could be during your day. You could just be driving and you in traffic and you focusing on all the facts for folks out here in the cars and not moving fast, and you just mad, and your whole focus is on that. Now, really, how much does that actually matter? I'm one that believes, I've told you guys before, you only live once and then you die. We spend our time while we're here we can choose to spend it well, or we could waste it. And so what I'm asking us to consider is, how much time do you actually waste when you really don't even know how much time you have? You understand what I'm saying? We waste way too much. Now, The thing that I've learned over the years is that we don't usually realize how much time we're wasting and how much we're focusing on the wrong thing until something really major happens and it shakes us all up. So earlier today, I was talking to some folks, and they were sharing a story about a young woman, amazingly healthy, and you may know people with this similar kind of story. So this may not be unique, but it is definitely what drove the point home for me today. Amazingly healthy, who just started gaining weight for nothing. It didn't make any sense to her. Went to doctors, nobody had answers. Long story short, what she found out is it was actually a tumor. It was a tumor in her brain. She had no clue that that's what it was. But that tumor was absolutely threatening her life. She had no clue. And it wasn't until after, she's fine now, the surgery and all the things that occurred that saved her life from that. But it was after that that she made the comment that, you know what, I've been focusing on the wrong things all this time. All this time, because life is amazingly precious and we only get one opportunity. And so it just made me think, what are we focusing on? What are we looking at? When you think about the lenses and what you consider important in your day all day long, and basically what we deem important is what we spend energy and time on. So let me be clear about that. You may not call it important, but the energy you give to something denotes its value. So if you value your car and you're cleaning it all the time, taking good care of it, if somebody, blow on it, you go and you losing it, you know what I'm saying? What you value and where you spend your time is what you deem as important. So I want you to consider, how do you spend your time? What do you find yourself focused on? Where do you find yourself spending all of your energy? Is it on things that actually matter, or is it on stuff that's a bunch of nothing? I've used this before. It's called a totem pole of life. And for me, when I'm thinking about things that matter, where does it sit on the totem pole of life? And on one side is life and the other side is death. And if it doesn't matter to life or death, then why am I wasting my energy on it? Get to a place where we evaluate things in that way, because if not, we end up wasting energy and time that we absolutely cannot get back. And y'all talk back to me. Is this your experience? Have you found that you can get dragged into some foolishness really easily, or have you found it, you know what, I really work hard to only give energy to things that actually matter in life? Now, not even just right now, just for the holidays does that matter, but when you think about your new year, if you're able to focus your energy in a way that's purposeful, that's really purposeful, and is only on things that really matter, and when some foolishness shows up, you shut it down immediately. I'm not even going to deal with that. On the totem pole, it is nowhere on the pole. It is nowhere. It doesn't even make the cut at all. Remember, you get to choose. You get to choose, because that becomes your reality, what you focus on and what you give energy to all day. And you only get a finite amount of energy every day. And if you waste it, I promise you, you don't get it back. Yolanda says, only thing, the people that matter for me. Absolutely, Yolanda. That is amazingly important. Now, we will find people in our life who will sneak in and who will try to take away our focus. But here's the thing, you have to purposely continue to bring your focus back. You say, I strive to have a purpose-driven life. Got you. Oh, so it's Gurnard, like Bernard. I got you, Gurnard. I strive to live a purpose-driven life. And that's a wonderful way to live. We have to do that on purpose. And the word purpose right there, Gurnard, is absolutely imperative. Because if we just do things with no purpose, then we just blowing in the wind. About the work that you do, if you're not intentionally focusing on things that matter, if you're not intentionally and purposefully making choices that move you in a forward direction, you're not going anywhere. You're either standing still or you're moving backwards. It doesn't happen by osmosis just because, well, I'm here. No, no, no. You have got to do your work. You've got to do your work. I'm huge about the work. Nothing happens by osmosis. That only is in the plant kingdom. It doesn't happen for us. We have to do our work and we have to do our part. And I'm encouraging you to consider, when things show up in your life that don't add to you, that don't fit on the totem pole of life or death, stuff that really matters, you need to dismiss it. You need not to spend your energy, because you do not get it back. We can be focused on the wrong thing for too long. We make things that don't matter matter. I've told you guys before, nothing means anything until you give it meaning. So if I make it valuable, then that's not what it means. If I give it life, then guess what? It has legs. If I decide, you know what, that doesn't matter, I'm not dealing with that foolishness, you cannot take me to a place that I don't want to be, then it doesn't happen. Yolanda says, yes, it can sneak right on in, but our filter must remain on yes to circumvent negativity because it will show up. And sometimes it comes in a different form. There was this sermon that I heard not that long ago, and it's still what you just said, Yolanda, reminded me. And it said, you got to know the devil when you hear him, not always when you see him, because he may look like somebody that you know. He may look like somebody that you might even love. He may look like somebody that historically maybe has had your back. But if it sounds like the devil and it's some negativity, it's some stuff that you don't need in your life, something that's not adding to you, then you need to address it as such. It doesn't mean you can't still love that person, but you need to handle and manage the thing that is happening at that moment. It's not okay to just allow it to be there because life is too short. Absolutely, Yolanda. Life is entirely too short. Y'all, I'm just saying, I'm so passionate about living a life that's on purpose. Bernard had the absolute right words. Purpose-driven life. You got to be on purpose. You got to be intentional because nowhere and you won't even know how you got there. And then you'll be wondering, like, how do I get from here? But it may be really hard at that point. So I encourage you to consider tomorrow, how can you purposefully and intentionally focus on aspects of your day, circumstances in your surroundings that actually matter. If things sneak in, they show up, and maybe it's the devil in familiar clothes that you can identify, you need to do something about them. You need to cut them off. Do not allow them space and room. I had a talk not that long ago too that talked about let's make some room. You got to make some room in order for you to receive some greatness, some goodness. And this is the same thing. If you got too much negativity that you're focused on, if you got folks in your life that don't mean you well and you allow them to remain in that space, if you have people in your life that talk about you like a dog and then behind your back and then they later smile in your face and you know that and you continue to deal with them, I'm just saying you are contributing to the negative environment that you have. See, if you're not a part of the solution and you are then a part of the problem, you can only be one or the other. So if it's your problem, then you can fix it and you can be the solution. You get to decide what you allow in your space. You get to decide what you allow inside of your room. And sometimes, and I've said this before, everybody may not like it when you make that choice. Everybody might not like it. It is not a necessary condition for anyone to co-sign or agree on anything that you decide for your life for you to be right. And I repeat that over and over again. And many of you have probably heard me say it because it is the truth. I don't know how many times folks have misunderstood a whole lot about Dr. Shana. You know what? But it doesn't even matter. You don't have to understand anything. You don't have to understand anything that I decide is right for me. Just like they don't have to understand anything that you decide is right for you. In fact, because we are grown here, you don't even owe anybody an explanation. Let's just be clear about that. I want you to feel empowered. My whole purpose about these 12 days is help you to feel empowered, that you can create a life you feel excited about. And if you're not standing up and doing your own work, you can't get there. It's not possible. Pavia says yes, like what you said the other night. Oh, yeah, exactly. So a lot of these things are building blocks. They sound familiar because they all matter. It's all in the same box for me. It's creating a life that you can feel great about. And you have to do your work in order to get there. And other folks may not understand it, but they don't have to. They do not have to. So we have to stop looking for that validation, that acceptance, that all of that other stuff that we look for from other people and have it for ourselves. Again, that's like the wrong focus. Well, I'm waiting for you to tell me, oh, you know what? That's good. That's right. No, I don't need you to co-sign on that for me. I get to decide that for myself. I want you to be empowered. I want you to live a life that you get excited about every day you wake up. Does it mean it's perfect? No. We live in a world that got a lot of evil stuff that goes on. We live in a world where there's some mean-spirited people here. We live in a world that stuff just happens. I get that. But even with all of that, we can still live a life that we feel amazingly excited about, that we feel great about. I don't know about you, but I enjoy waking up every day, going to places, going to a job, doing the work I do, being a servant for you and those that I serve, and just loving every bit of it. Every bit of it. It gives me life. It really does. And so when you talk back to me, that gives me life. It encourages me. So I appreciate that. Yolanda says no approval, acceptance required from others. No, ma'am. We don't need no stamps. Matter of fact, you got your own stamp and you don't need nobody else's. Absolutely the truth, period. And that's the whole truth. That is the whole truth. Hi, Patricia. So I just really just want you to be encouraged tonight. We're on day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. We're almost there. I'm majorly excited that you have chosen to spend your time with me for these couple of days that we have left. Matter of fact, I guess we got about exactly six of them left. I got some more stuff to talk about, some more things to share. I just think if we make these transformations to take us into the new year, we will have an amazing year that can't nobody stop any of us, because it'll be so amazing. You'll be able to touch not even just your life, but you can also touch other people when you live a life you feel excited about. You see, when you live a life that you're excited about, that actually shines on other people. It's so big because we don't live in an island. We're not, these one-dimensional folks. We have lots of dimensions. And when we're doing better, we actually can share that with other people. It's great stuff. So just encouraging you. Check your lens. Make sure you're focused on the right thing and not the wrong thing. Decide what you want to value and what is important to you. What is on your totem pole of life or death? Live there. Anything that doesn't fit and stuff that doesn't matter, decide. I mean, you don't have to be ugly about it, but you can just say, you know what? I don't even want to talk about this right now. I really would rather change the conversation. Sometimes we don't even know the words to say to kind of shut some of that down. Because when somebody brings negativity to me, I don't hold it because I don't need it. It doesn't serve the purpose of where I'm at. So my answer is always going to be, you know what? I really don't want to talk about that. Or I'll just change the subject altogether because it's going nowhere. You get to decide what's in your space. You got to make room, family. You got to make room. Focus on the things that matter. Decide tomorrow if it's not in that wheelhouse of things that are important to you, shut it down. Shut it down. Don't give it room and space. Do not give it life. Okay? That is the thought for tonight. I want you to practice that for sure. Remember the last 5 that we talked about. If you cry, if you need to cry, cry if you want to. Create the lines for folks to work in and live in inside of your life. And yesterday's talk was all about to forgive or not forgive. Who do you need to forgive? Just get it done. If it's you or somebody else, just get it done. Have a wonderful evening, family. I will see you tomorrow night. Remember, your next transformation is only one decision away. Make it an amazing one. Decide to focus on the right things, not the wrong. Pavia says we'll try it. It will be hard, but we'll try. Pavia, I want you to change your language, change your life. Say I will. I want you to write this. I will focus on the things that matter to me. I will focus on the things that matter to me. Ty says, you are blessing and empowering me. Oh, Ty, thank you so much. I'm glad you are here. We're all divinely appointed to be here at this moment right now. So I'm really grateful that you decided to be here. Change your language, change your life. We have to speak things into existence. So if I'm trying, I'm not doing. You got it? That's why I say I am, I will. This is what I'm doing. Trying is not doing. So we have to speak in the affirmative. We have to call things into existence. Today, I decide to focus on the right things. Write that, Pavia. Today, I decide to focus on the right things. Today, I decide to focus on the right things. You get to decide that every single day. Why? Because you're the boss. You are the boss. Nobody else gets to decide that for you. Change your language, change your life. All right, family. You have a wonderful evening. Dr. Shana is going to retire. It's been another fruitful day for me. I've had lots of things going on, but I'm majorly excited to see you tomorrow night for our next one. Today, I decide to focus on good things. I love it, Pavia. Gennard says, great presentation. You and I know people in common. Oh, we do. Nice, nice. Small world, small world. Great people know great people, right? I think that's what it is. I love it. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.